Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is another episode of Drawing with Hannah, and it is going to be a bit of a longer episode or video I guess today because this drawing took me a long time. Not because it was hard in any aspect, but just because I couldn't make up my mind on a lot of things. But a lot of that was cut out. Originally this video was 11 minutes long, but I cut it down to 7. So, I was still surprised by how long it turned out to be. But yeah, it'll be one of my longer videos. I know compared to other YouTube videos, it's pretty short, but for me is quite long. So I have two things that I guess I wanted to talk about. And I think it will fill up the time frame that I have. And the first thing I want to talk about is the book that I helped get published, I guess. I've been working on it for maybe half a year now, and I was able to help. I was on a team with a couple people to help illustrate a book for childhood cancer awareness, which was pretty cool. Yeah, we got it published in November, I think November 15th, and it's on Amazon now, which is pretty cool. My publisher actually sent me a hard copy of the book as a present, and I have it on my shelf right now. And it has been such an amazing thing to actually see my artwork in a physical form, rather than just on my iPad where I draw it. So yeah, that's been a really cool experience for me, and I'm really grateful to actually have my art out there. It's I don't know, I know I'm not that young or not that old, but I guess being a published illustrator is just really cool to me. And I think it will help a lot when I try and get into colleges because it shows that I guess I have some level of experience, although I still have a long, long way to go in regards to experience, obviously. But I do have another book that I'm working on currently, and it has also been extremely fun so far. The first book I worked on mostly during the summer, and it was quite an amazing time just because, it gave me something to do. And I think because I am back in school, this one might take a bit longer to get done just because I'm in school now and I don't have as much free time. But it's still really fun activity that I have going on. So I do have that, as well as the second topic that I would like to talk about being, I guess, falling asleep. Okay, that's kind of I don't know. I don't know what to say. Anyway, what I'm getting at with this is that I always like to write about my day at night in these journals. And the reason I started doing this was just because I found a YouTube video about this lady. It was a while ago, 8th grade. She was talking about how she had been journaling every single day since she was 7, and she brought out a giant pile of notebooks of all the things that she wrote. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing that. So ever since 8th grade, I have been writing almost every day, emphasis on the almost every day, and I have filled out quite a few notebooks. I'm filming in my closet right now, or recording in my closet right now, and all the books are above my head right now. But anyways, that was just a segment into what I wanted to talk about, where recently I have stopped, writing every day, and I'm trying to get back into it. The reason I have gone so long without writing is every time that I do it, I fall asleep before I get to it, I guess. Because I normally write right before I go to bed, and recently, I don't know, just every time I get in bed, I just, fall asleep, which isn't normal, I guess, for me. Well, it is normal to fall asleep once you get in bed, but to just fall asleep immediately without writing, every time I remember, I'd wake up and I'd realize, oh shoot, it's 3 in the morning and I still haven't written anything. But at that point, I'm just well, I have school, and I don't want to lose out on sleep, because it usually takes me about 30 minutes to write, and waking up at 3 in the morning to just start writing is just not a valid option for me. So for maybe 2 weeks, I had kept falling asleep while I was about to write, and it gotten on my nerves quite a bit. And right now I'm playing a catch-up game, I guess. I've been wanting to take my notebook to school to write, in the hopes that maybe I'd have some free time. but that wasn't the case. I've been extremely busy for the past 2 weeks with schoolwork, so I have had no time to actually do that at school. You know, I have to prioritize school rather than writing in my notebook about how my day was. So what I do on the bus to make sure I don't forget what I had that day was on my phone, I have like a notes app where I just write tidbits of what happened throughout the day. I don't like write out the entire summary. I just write out bullet points so that when I try and catch up every day now, like I have been doing, I could just go over my notes and see like, okay, I have to talk about this, I have to talk about this, I have to talk about this, you know, because over time you forget what happens during the day. And, you know, being able to look at my notes allows me to, like, you know, refresh my memory of like what has been going on. And as of now, I still have a little less than 2 weeks of, I guess, days to catch up on, which is kind of disappointing for me. So my goal right now is to write about 2 days every day so that eventually, you know, according to like simple math, I guess, I'll be able to eventually, you know, catch up to where I'm supposed to be in the present time. And when I say present, it'll probably be like, I don't know, a week from now. But yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. There have been a couple times where I have fallen asleep before I got to before I was able to get to 2 days of writing. But, you know, I'm catching up, and what matters is that I'm still, you know, writing, I guess. But yeah, eventually I'll try to catch up to what's going on in the current time. But yeah, I was able to actually fill out this recording quite well, and I didn't have to panic about trying to fill it out even more. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this drawing. It was really fun to do. It was based on some drawings of fish people I had seen online. I don't know, I guess I just had the urge to draw fish people because of this, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and thank you all for watching. Bye, everyone.